What's good, guys? This is JB Trades, and I'm gonna do a little daily recap. I did take a trade. Let's dive deeper into this. So today there was news. Today was the 16th. News are at 8:30. It was red folder, and then we can scale into this one right here. So in this trade, unfortunately, I did blow my account. I blew this one right here. Right. It sucks, of course. No one wants to blow their account. But we got to move on to greater things and keep working hard, right? And so, as you can see, there's this one looked like a winning trade. This was a losing trade, and let me dive deeper into this. Okay. So in the 1 hour, let me change this. Yeah, there you go. It was red. All right, let me change to black. Okay, so in the 1 hour, as you can see, it was on all-time highs, but there was a lot of low resistant liquidity on the low side, right? As you can see right here, there was London lows, too, Asian lows, hourly lows, previous day lows, as this one right here, and then same thing here. And so I had a bearish bias. So as you can look right here, honestly, it could have been a bullish because during the time it filled this right here. NQ filled this, ES didn't. And so it was looking like a bullish SMT on New York market open, right? And then it just started dumping to the downside, right? But as soon as market open, it did create a bearish SMT, as you can see right here. And what happened too is it filled this 1 hour bearish internal liquidity. And as soon as market opens, as you can see, there's a breaker structure to the downside. There's a fair value gap. And I really thought, oh, market was edging me, bro. Pause. The market was edging me. Let me do another equilibrium right here. From here, it was so close to filling this fair value gap and equilibrium. If it did, I would have entered off of there because it showed the trend shift. I just needed a continuation confluence. And so I just kept waiting. And then at 10:10 a.m., I entered off of what, right? And so got a little notification. And so it filled equilibrium. But one thing you have to be smart is you got to be adaptive. You got to look at both markets, especially you're in futures. You have to stay aware because look, this in NQ, it filled this equilibrium, but in ES, there was a fair value gap and there was an equilibrium that didn't get filled. And how the market goes, it goes for external and then it needs an internal imbalance and then just vice versa, just keeps going, keep going to a different trend shift, but it keeps going. That's how it shows the trend continuating, making the trend continuation. In my words up there. And so as you can see, it filled equilibrium. I scaled on the 1 minute. Scaled on the 1 minute. And then I entered off of this breaker structure. And I wasn't aware, I wasn't paying attention on ES, in which market was literally going search and destroy, it was going up and down, up and down. But on ES, it had a purpose to fill equilibrium and fair value gap. And as always, you can see right here, if I was aware, as you can see, it filled this fair value gap, filled the equilibrium, I would have scaled on the 1 minute, right? As you can see, there is a fair value gap right there, fair value gap. And so for this fair value gap, I would have entered short off of this inverse right here. And then I'll put my full take profit on this low right here. this low or to previous day low, as you can see, right? Pretty choppy market, took long enough, but and price action hasn't been the greatest. I've been having a lot of ups and downs. I'm not gonna stop. I already made up my mind. I'm not gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. I'm gonna keep grinding. That's how trading is. Literally, it took me when I first funded account, it took me 8 days. Then it took me another 9 days, I think 9, 10 days to get my first payout. And then I could have got another payout, but I had greed. And so your purpose is to grind, to really know you gotta beat the market, get the money, and put that shit in your pocket. Don't be greedy and just trying to see more of that money to get a bigger payout. Like you're starting off slow. This is a marathon and not a sprint. And so you gotta work things slow. It's like a learning stool. You gotta keep going, keep going, keep going. And I'm at a little roadblock. I'm still learning. I will improve. The bias was there. That's what matters. The bias was there. Just need to execute a little bit better. Just need to have a little bit more patience. Have to have more of an awareness. That's how the market is, and this is how you learn. You learn from ups and downs. You learn from your mistakes, a lot, mostly from your mistakes. But if you can learn your mistakes from others, that's even much better. So you don't have to go through what they went through. And so, like another thing too is like name one person that never blew a funded too, right? You got like I'm not saying you have to. It would be amazing if you didn't, but it shows that you're actually putting the work. It shows like, because like at the end of the day, I'm taking a lot of trades and I'm learning from that. I'm learning that I'm not going to run into that incident again. And so I'm not going to be trading tomorrow. Tomorrow's FOMC. Yeah, FOMC. And long term wise, I am going to buy, I'm pretty sure a couple shares on index today. Why? It's literally free bread. Rates are gonna get cut, and when rates are cut, market's gonna go up. I might sell it, get a quick profit, or just hold. Who knows? But in same financial aid, you enter at your own risk. But I am working on Discord very soon, guys. Just to build like a little community and just like that I can like share my knowledge to y'all, and then if y'all want to share a couple things to me, you know, and I'm gonna start tagging my socials too while at it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna start being more consistent now with like uploading and all that. But I hope y'all really enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe button. The goal for 2025 is to hit 100 subscribers. We're really close. I'm really close. It would be awesome if you do. Comment something like what you learned or any questions. I'm always gonna be active. I'm always gonna be looking. Hit that like. This is JB Trades. God bless, and I'm out.